Yo, YouTube, welcome back to another Blade and Sorcery video. This one's gonna be slightly different than the ones that I usually do. Today, I'm gonna be showing y'all my top 10 mods. Notice how I said my top 10 because it's all opinion based. So if you disagree in the comments, I'm sorry. If you want me to do another top 10 mods video, let me know in the comments. Like the video, subscribe, whatever you need to do. Before we get into this video, I don't know if you can tell or not, but I'm sick as shit. So it's very hard for me to do this video. Please leave a like for me feeling like trash and doing this. As always, all of the mods that I will be showing will be in the description. So if you check down there, you will be able to see all the links to the mods and how to download them. Our first mod on the list is Flamethrower by Genix. It's right here. This mod, as you can tell, I am wearing a certain piece of armor. We'll get to that in a second. It's a spell that Genix made that allows you to use Flamethrower like if you were using a staff. Another thing this allows you to do is fly. Another mod I suggest you get with the Flamethrower mod is this Iron Man Armory mod by Baby FO. I'm sorry if I'm not saying that right. This mod will add a couple different types of Iron Man Armory into the game. You got the Nano Suit, Mark 42, Mark 3, Mark 2, as well as 43 in 1. You also have Mark 1, which is really cool. But yeah, you can use that, and you can fly around like you're Iron Man, so y'all enjoy. Woo! The next mod on the list we'll actually need to go to a dungeon for. Alright, this next mod is created again by Genix. It's called Anime Neck Chop. This has slowly made its way into my top 10 because I really like the way this mod works. Basically, the basics of this mod is when you go up behind somebody, if you chop them in the neck, they get knocked the fuck out for a little bit. I mean, they're not fully dead. He'll probably wake up at some point. I really like this mod. Well, now everyone wants to fight me. She's stuck in the ground. I was just trying to showcase something. Are you okay, ma'am? Worth it. Next up on our list at number 8, we got Blood Effects Overhaul 4 by Wizard Cat Supreme. Basically, what this mod is, if you spawn a person and I say, hey, fuck your arm, that's now mine. The bleeding, it does more spats out. It's more like pools of blood. Looks more kind of realistic. This mod's for y'all gore lovers out there. So if I cut your head off, it just whole lots of paint, whole lots of red stuff. This mod's very self-explanatory. They bleed a lot, okay? They just bleed a lot. A mod I recommend downloading with this mod is something called Better Decaps and Non-Fatal Dismemberment by Grospelina. I'm so sorry if I'm saying that wrong. But basically what that mod does, it makes it to where when you're fighting somebody like this, if you cut off a limb, they're supposed to stay alive and, well, not if you cut them in fucking half. But if you cut off a limb, they're supposed to stay alive and fight you with a missing limb. So those two mods going together is a must-have. Next on the list, you've been seeing me use the whole video. It is the NPC Spawner spell by Talion. Basically, this spell is what everybody has, so I had to put it in the top 10 because it's one of the most popular spells in the game. You start out and you try to cast it, and it's this little white ball. What this does, if you throw it down, this person is not friendly, they're not enemies, they just don't care. They're a dummy. In order to change it, you will have to push the grip button. This is the grip button right here on the side. So if you hold it down, you press the grip button the first time, it will show this. It is now red. Obviously, we know if it's red, that means attack! Anywho, if you use the spell and you go one more time, it will turn blue. If you have your blue one and you have a red one and you want them to attack, and you say, ha, you're supposed to help me. Yeah, look at that. So now I can make them fight each other. Go on, yeah, beat her up. Who do y'all think's gonna win? Okay, all right. Y'all both fucking missed. Yeah, y'all suck at this. Y'all are terrible. Wow. Are you coming after me now? It's okay, I got her since you didn't want to. Next on our list at number 6, we got Bounty of Mandalore by M. Clear. I don't know if you've noticed, but I am currently using this mod on my character. What this mod does is it adds in a bunch of Mandalorian armor from Star Wars. I am a big Star Wars fan. It adds classic armor, you can have covert armor, you can literally have any types of Mandalorian armor you can think of. Well, just about any. I know it's only a clothing mod, but this is one of those mods that I actually really wanted. I want more player customization, and I feel like this mod was perfect for that. It just adds a different feel to the game, and also, as I said, I'm a Star Wars fan, so being a Mandalorian with a lightsaber is just some type of different feeling. Next spell on our list is Merge Spells Up by Nishka76. Now, in order to download this mod, the link is in the description. It took me a couple times of downloading it for it to work. I don't know if I was downloading it wrong the first time. When the link takes you to mod.io, it says that it's for U12, but I promise you it's working for me. What this adds is it adds 3 different spells. So it adds this one, the Lightning Merge Up, which is honestly my favorite, so I'll show it last. The other merge this adds is this Fire Merge Up one. So this, obviously, it throws the fire merge, so it throws a fucking meteor. You can actually merge these merges. So if I merge these two together and I pull it, meteors, I don't know if y'all can tell, but meteors are currently flying around me and will take out any enemy around me. It's like a giant sweep. I usually never use that because I'm always stuck with one of these two. I don't remember if this one's from this mod, but it's the fire and lightning merge and it turns it into fire. I think it's in this mod, but I could be wrong. My favorite one though is this lightning merge right here. This one allows you to do the lightning merge with one hand. A couple mean boys. So we get a couple mean boys here. Okay. Shut up. I am currently taking their item, if y'all can't tell. Every one I point at, it takes their items when I do this. That's actually really cool. There's supposed to be like some type of like lightning thing that like shoots them up in the air, but it's not working right now. So I guess we'll just, Alright, there is a mod that I think should be installed with this. Okay, hold on, there is one supplemental mod that I recommend you install with this mod, and it's called Merge Merge by John Arez. Again, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, but what this mod does is it adds these bigger versions of the spells. So this is like a bigger meteor, and I can still control this one, of course. It doesn't explode for some reason, it just kind of poofs, but that could be something with the mod settings. I could just be wrong. It adds a bigger version of lightning, of course. I don't know if it's more powerful versions of the spells, but it definitely is much bigger versions of the spell. As well as the merges are 10 times bigger. So if you make a Kamehameha, this is, oh my god! When I shoot the lightning merge, it does like some, why is that there? When I shoot the lightning merge, for some reason it makes a gravity field. I don't understand why, but I mean, who cares? It's a big ass beam. On to mod number 4 on our list. This mod is called Quality of Life by Be Ready Man. This mod just recently came out and I immediately fell in love with it. So basically what this mod does, it's basically like the portable book mod from like the earlier versions of Blade and Sorcery. So as you can see here, you got your utility spawners. You can spawn item books, you got wave books, you can spawn a map, oh, a fucking mirror. Here's the map. So yeah, basically you can spawn all these portable things so that you're able to do stuff without having to go all the way back to the actual tables. Another thing that it does, retrieved dropped own items. So if I drop something, right, like that sword, and I go up here and I'm like, oh dude, I really miss my sword, you know, like so I can just hit retrieve and there's my sword. Next one on this mod is the golem list. You can just kill the golem, you can get the crystal. So this is pretty much like cheats for the golem. You can kill all creatures and he's dead. Despawn all creatures and they're gone. You can regen your player health, teleport to spawn. You can change your height completely. You can force a player save. So this would be like if you go to the arena and you don't want to come back home to save the game, you just want to get off and quit. You can click save, quit the game, and you're good. Speed multiplier, so you can have a multiplier for your speed. I'll turn it up to 3 and look at this. I'm going fast. I'm really fast. I'm a fast boy. Whee! Next option in this mod is inventory. So store weapons in inventory. What this allows you to do, obviously, is store weapons in your inventory ball in your chest. You can also disable your inventory from this mod, so you don't have to download the inventory disabler mod or whatever it's called. You can just use this mod and delete that mod so you don't have that extra. Next up is loot collector. Auto collect loot. So this would basically, in a dungeon, if you're running around and you're missing doors, it'll just auto grab the loot for for you. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. You can save your cheats. That is something that I'm going to be using often. Refresh the shop. Let's say the Baron has nothing that you want. He has all trash. He doesn't get stocked up until tomorrow. If you click refresh shop, he will show all new items. There's just a whole lot you can do with this mod. That's the reason I put it at number 4, because I feel like it deserves it. This is a mod that I've been waiting for a long time, mostly because I want a portable book. Like, this is what I need. This was what I was waiting for, was the portable book. I forgot I had Minecraft mods. All right, y'all, we're getting to our top 3 here, so it's about to get serious. These are my top 3 mods right now. Again, I will say this before we even get into this. These are my opinion. If you do not agree, I'm sorry. I will make another top 10 video at some point, probably. If you want that, like the video. If you want to see more of this, comment, subscribe. It helps me out a lot. So, on to our number 3 on the list. We got More Slots by Wooly616. So, basically the point of this mod, when you're playing this game on vanilla, the only slots you have are this left hip, right hip, and your right shoulder and your left shoulder. With this mod, you are able to put items in more spots. So, for example, I can put the lightsaber in my mouth, or I can put a dagger in my mouth, take it to a dungeon. I can put it on my thigh, so both thighs, your mouth, both calves you can put things on. There's 2 spots on your chest right here. And then one thing that people don't know about is that there are some hidden spots that you wouldn't know unless I told you this. Look at me on the camera. I'm gonna have this full screen in editing. Right here, at your lower back, if you put an item on your lower back and you let go, that item will stay on your lower back. So it's not going to be on my right hip. Sometimes it's kind of hard to grab or put it there, but you can also do left lower back. So you can have so many different items on you at all times, and it just gives you more to work with when you're doing dungeons, or even when you're in Crystal Hunt and you want to hold more items. This mod is absolutely a life changer, so I want to give a shout out to Wooly because you just made my life 10 times easier. Alright, next mod on our list is actually something that I had to take out of my game and put back in because for some reason it was actually lagging my game out and it was dropping my FPS like 20, but now it's not doing that. Our next mod on the list is Ghetto's Firearm Framework, or Ghetto's Firearm 1.0 by Ghetto05 and CR Dog 400. This mod has slowly become one of my favorite mods on Blade and Sorcery right now. I have been messing with it non-stop. I had to take it out of my mod folder for a little bit because for some reason it had my FPS dropped like 20. I recommend not saving the guns on you when you leave. Save them in this locker, because if you can see here, if I take a gun like this gun that I created, which is fucking sick, the sights work. I don't know if y'all could tell, but I'm gonna try and get it in there. I'm gonna try and show the camera. Basically, the sights work. If y'all can see it, that's cool. If y'all can't see it, then I'm doing this for no reason. But if you want to save your guns, you put them in this slot and you click save and it'll save the gun. I already have this one saved, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to pull out my Desert Eagle. It's called Winston. If you understand that reference, let me know in the comments. This mod is so in-depth. Like, look at this. Like, I can fully, I could put a support hand on the pistol. I can turn on this flashlight. Like, there's just so much you can do. If y'all want to see a full review of this mod, let me know in the comments. I would definitely do it. The basics of this mod is it's a gun mod. It adds guns to the game. Shout out to Ghetto05 and CR Dog. Y'all did a fucking fantastic job with the models and the shooting and everything, dude. One thing I will say before we move on from this mod, if you have an NPC and you shoot them, the original settings for the mod might not kill them on one shot. So what you want to do is you want to go into this and you want to find Ghetto Firearms Framework. When you go to settings, this will bring up a whole bunch of different damage settings. Yeah, see, they're not dead. This right here, cheats. I turn on infinite ammo because if you don't turn on infinite ammo, you use a mag and then you have to spawn a new mag. It started to get kind of stupid. But this right here, damage multiplier. So if you turn this up to like 0.5, then that should kill them. 0.5 or above, I think, should kill them, but it starts out at 0. Also, this has absolutely nothing to do with the mod. I figured out something about this mod. It's not just this mod, obviously. This happens in Blade and Sorcery if you just use any item. If I cut this guy's head off, right? So, easy, easy work. Y'all are about to see something y'all might have never seen. So, fun fact, if you go into hyperfocus and you hit an item, you send that item to fucking space. I'm gonna show you right here. If I have this head and I drop it and I grab this with 2 hands, still falling. and blue. So yeah, that's a fun fact. The more you know, you can send things absolutely flying. And this isn't just heads. You can literally, don't ask how I figured this out, obviously, but you can send full-on bodies to space. The mod that takes the #1 spot, as someone who is a Star Wars fan, as you can tell from the Mandalorian outfit and the random lightsaber on my side, my #1 mod is the Outer Rim mod by Kingo64. Fun fact, Kingo, I did not know your username was Kingo until I looked up who made this mod, but shout out to you because you were the whole reason I downloaded Blade and Sorcery in the first place. Years ago, I remember seeing Blade and Sorcery, like it was one of the older versions, like one of the first versions of Outer Rim when it first dropped. I saw YouTubers playing it, like YouTubers I knew playing it, and I was like, God, I really want a VR headset just for this game. This game was the reason I bought a VR headset, and this mod was the reason I bought a VR headset. So basically, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, past all this Ghetto's firearm framework stuff, because there's a lot of guns, you will find the Outer Rim section. If you don't already know, I have a full Outer Rim review video on my channel, so check the description. I'm gonna put that in the description for y'all. It's the most popular video on my channel somehow. The basics of this mod is it adds lightsabers, it adds blasters, anything from Star Wars you can think of, and it is the most fun thing I have ever put myself through. Any lightsaber you can think of, it is here. As well as you can change the colors to your lightsabers, the links to your lightsabers. You got swords, pole arms, blunt weapons, axes. You got different types of clothes and armor that you can wear. Like, you got a jetpack. There's so much that you can actually do with this mod. It makes you feel like you're a part of the Star Wars universe. So you got Stormtrooper helmets for days. You got Darth Vader's helmet. You got Din Djarin's helmet, Kylo Ren, Boba Fett. As well as, if we pull up our quality of life menu, fun fact about the Outer Rim mod is it adds a bunch of different maps you can go to. You got Ebonhawk, which is a ship. You have Felucia Marshland, which is really cool. You have an arena for the Felucia Marshland, because most of these maps have an arena version that you can go to, which is just a smaller version. I would say go to those if you have a decent computer and you don't feel like Marshland is running right. Same with Kamino and Naboo and Tatooine. If you can't run the original maps like Jabba's Palace or like the Tatooine, like Mos Eisley, if you can't run those, try the arena maps. If the arena maps don't work for you, I suggest doing most of your fighting in the original arena map for Blade and Sorcery. But this is definitely my favorite mod of all time. There are 3 different mods that I always run with Outer Rim. The first one being the Force mod by Chaos Greg, and this is actually like very important. If you have Outer Rim, I say get this mod. It adds some cheats, so like always telekinesis, so you can use telekinesis. You got free climb automatically enabled, player fall damage is automatically disabled, force choke, so if you force somebody and you grab their neck, they will hold their neck, okay? So they will act like they're actually getting choked. Another thing you can do is if you grab them and you push down the front trigger, this front trigger right here, push down the front trigger and then click A at the same time, it will snap their neck like that. I don't understand how the force disarm works. I mean, I would assume it's just this. You could just use the lightning, like the actual skill. And then, of course, the last one in this mod is force jump, which allows you to jump very high. Another mod you should run with Outer Rim is something called Dynamic Breakables, but it's a TOR add-on. So it's an Outer Rim add-on. This is made by Assassin's Bro. So in order to show off this mod, I'm gonna go over to the arena. Welcome to the arena. So the basics of this mod, let me grab just an Eridan Kingdom soldier. If I grab out my lightsaber, and this works with regular swords as well, but the TOR add-on makes it better for lightsabers. So what this will do is if this person swings at me, and I block it, if I swipe on their sword, I have a chance to slice their sword. So now, they lost the tip of their sword. This also works for shields, I think, yeah, so I can cut the shield. Basically what this mod does, it makes it more realistic if you're fighting someone with a sword, and you can just cut their sword and ruin their whole life, so they can't even fight me if they have no sword. One thing I will say though, and I wish this worked, but it doesn't work with the Outer Rim weapons. So if I were to say duel a Gamorrean, so this is what I wish was in the mod. If a Gamorrean comes up to me, I can't break this. Like, I cannot cut his axe in half. I do have one more mod as our honorable mention, and it is called U10 Animations by Palpatine. Shout out to Palpatine, first of all. I just recently joined his Discord, which doesn't have a permanent invite I will try to put a temporary invite in the description. If it doesn't work anymore, that is because it is temporary, and I will suggest looking for it somewhere else. He drops beta mods all the time on his Discord that you can try out in your game, things that aren't on Nexus that he will be posting on Nexus later on. But basically what this mod does, if I'm facing a Jedi boss, the U10 animations mod adds a bunch of animations from U10. So like jumping, swings, or like kicks. They'll kick you. They'll do like a bunch of different things other than just like the typical swinging. Okay, well he has 2 lightsabers, so that wasn't working out well. All right, so you do the thing. Oh, there we go. So yeah, they'll do like the jumping stab, do like the spinning. So yeah, it just makes your combat so much more fun other than this the trashy just walk up, swing, or like a random stab. Like they actually add in more things. And when they do these kicks like that, what I like to do, sorry, it just makes me feel cooler. But when they kick, you can like block it down, you can like cut them, or like it makes the fighting in the game 10 times more fun. And I suggest having this mod if you're going to have Outer Rim, or if you're playing Blade and Sorcery in general, just have this mod, because it works with swords as well, and it just makes your combat so much better. Thank you guys so much for watching this Blade and Sorcery video. If you want to see more mods videos, and you want to see more like top 10s from me, let me know in the comments, and also subscribe. We're almost to 500 subs, and that would be fantastic to get 500. We're on the road to 1,000. Go ahead into the description as well, and check out all of the mods. You can download any of the mods from that doc. All of them work. They should be working right now. Every mod in that Google document should be working because I have all of them in my game right now and my game has not crashed. Once again, thank you for watching. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you didn't like it, fuck you. I'm gonna see y'all later. Woo!